everyone. Welcome to Teachinatics, the online hub for teachers to talk about teaching or education. I am Teacher Kaye, your teacher Lola.
And I am Teacher Kaizen, ang inyong gurong Bisayang dako.
You know, Teacher Kaizen, this is the place where we as teachers can express and share our joys, fears, sentiments, and other experiences which we have endured in our life as educators.
That's right, Teacher Kaye. And in our first ever content, minabuti po naming balikan yung moment when we finally decided to choose teaching as our profession. Because essentially, ito yung turning point, ika nga, which led us to where we are now, what we have gone through in our career or in this profession, and what we have become as teachers.
Yes, Teacher Kaizen. We will walk you through the reasons why we entered this profession. Pero teka muna, Teacher Kaizen. Pwede rin naman natin silang imbitahin eh. Maybe shout out to all the teachers out there. If you would like to share your story, why you chose or want to pursue teaching, please feel free to write it down in the comment section. Okay, Teacher Kaizen, shoot that first question.
All right, let's do this. So, Teacher Kaye, why did you choose teaching as your profession? Was it your first choice?
Actually, Teacher Kaizen, I was not thinking of choices at that time. Alam mo naman, basta gusto ko maging happy lang ako, enjoying my life. My parents were both teachers in a private school. My father taught history while my mother taught biology. At alam mo ba, ang sweldo lang nila is 180 pesos a month. Imagine that.
Really?
Yeah. That was in 1953. Okay. So kaya nga ba, paano nila nabubuhay ang tatlong anak? But, you know, I really saw in them the dedication and perseverance in teaching their students. And you know, most of their students turned out to be teachers, lawyers, doctors, politicians, and have expressed their gratitude to both of my parents. So this is when I realized that I want to enter the teaching profession.
So, Teacher Kaye, if I may say, basically, your parents were your inspiration for choosing this profession. How committed they were to teaching, the happiness and fulfillment they got from it, despite, the low salary, and being able to help others succeed in their lives.
Tama ka, Teacher Kaizen. But how about you? Ano naman ang story mo?
Well, sa part ko naman, Teacher Kaye, childhood dream ko kasi ang pagtuturo. Kung sa inyo, Teacher Kaye, ang nag-influence sa inyo ay yung parents, sa akin naman ay ang teachers ko mismo nung elementary. Why? Kasi the way I saw it, parang ako yung assistant nila eh. If I remember it right, simula grade 3, ako na yung taga-check ng papers ng classmates ko. Taga-saway. Kapag may activities, ako yung ina-appoint as leader or monitor. Ako yung taga-sulat ng notes sa board. Believe it or not, Teacher Kaye, naranasan ko rin na mag-dictate ng test items sa mga classmates ko kapag exam na.
Teka muna. Di palaging 100 ang score ng mga classmates mo.
Hindi naman, Teacher Kaye. May answer key naman na binigay yung teacher and yung teacher naman nandun. Nandun naman sa table niya. It's just that, siguro napagod yung teacher nung day na yon. So instead na siya yung magbibigay ng exam sa amin, ako na lang yung pinadictate ng mga test items. So pagdating sa checking naman, nung time na yon, nag-exchange papers naman yung classmates ko. Yung akin lang doon, exempted na ako sa exam kasi nga ako yung nag-dictate ng test items. And naranasan ko rin na maglagay ng entry sa report cards nila sa attendance and behavioral evaluation na part. Diba meron po doon sa report card? And nung high school, ganun din po. Lider-lideran, taga-sulat pa rin ng notes sa board, at nakapag-dictate din minsan ng test item sa exam. So parang similar pa rin yung roles ko. And minsan nga, ako yung pinadiscuss ng teacher sa isang topic. Pati na rin yung pag-host or pag-EMC ng mga activities sa school. And I enjoy doing all of those things. So in other words, I was already exposed to teaching duties, so to speak, at such a young age and learned to develop the love for teaching. Hence, kapag tinatanong ako kung anong gusto ko paglaki ko, I would always say na gusto kong maging teacher. That's my story, Teacher Kay.
So maliit ka pa lang, you were already trained well by your teachers. And I think that's a very interesting story, Teacher Kaizen.
I'd like to think it that way. Yes, so parang tinitrain na nila ako. Parang ganun yung nangyari nung elementary and high school years ko po. Kayo po, Teacher Kay, na-pursue niyo po ba agad ang iyong dream of becoming a teacher?
Teacher Kaizen, unfortunately, hindi.
What happened, teacher?
Well, sad story. No. Well, anyway, after graduating from high school, my plan was really to take up education. But, destiny led me to a different path. I took up Bachelor of Arts in Communication. I got married, had children, and became the best mommy and wife according to my husband and my children.
Okay.
So, when all the kids were grown up already and had lives of their own, my husband encouraged me to pursue my dream to be like my parents. So that's it.
Wow, ang moving naman ng story na yan, teacher. Parang na-apply yung cliche na first love never dies sa case mo, Teacher Kaya. I mean, first love mo yung teaching sana. Kaya lang, due to, let's say, destiny's course, hindi yun na-materialize agad. And nung nagkaroon na ng chance, binalikan mo yung first love na yun at talagang pinus mo na. Diba? So I must say, calling nyo po talaga ang pagtuturo kasi dito ka pa rin hinatid ng tadhana.
Oo,
diba, teacher?
Iginuhit ng tadhana ko. But
Yes.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that, Teacher Kaizen. Kaya nga, I'm so thankful na teaching profession pa rin yung aking kinuha.
Right. So, nung pinayagan na po kayo ng husband nyo, Teacher Kay, to pursue teaching, what happened next?
Well, syempre, excited, Nung sinabi ng husband ko to pursue my dream, ayun, para akong teenager. Yung excited para sa school prom niya.
Next
First
naman.
time, oo. So what I did was to enroll in a school that prepares individuals who want to become Montessori teachers. I took it for a year and interned in a Montessori school for a year also. Then,
I see.
yeah, that school took me in as a regular teacher. And then after a year, I became a supervising teacher for interning Montessori teachers. So,
Wow.
yeah, I really had fun. And I got to hone my skills as a Montessori teacher. At this point, I took up the course that would make me legitimate teacher. Kasi communication arts nga lang ako, di ba? And then Montessori teacher. But, I took up certificate in teaching program.
Yeah, I understand po. So you had to take education units for you to be qualified to take the board exam, di ba,
Yes,
Teacher
that's
Kay?
right. Yes, that's right. Ikaw naman, did your plan after graduation materialize or different course?
Was my plan materialized?
Yes.
I would say partly, Teacher K. Because my plan kasi was after passing the board exam, magpa-public na agad ako. So, nung nakapasa ako sa exam, nagpa-rank ako sa public. But alam natin na hindi nagkaka-item agad sa public school, di ba? Takes time talaga usually, lalo na sa mga provinces. So while waiting, pumunta muna ako ng Manila para mag-apply sa private schools. Fortunately, na-hire naman sa isang private school. Then, the following year, mga January yata yun, dumating na yung item ko sa public. Masaya na ako sa workplace ko as a private school teacher. So what I did was, winave ko na lang yung item ko.
Ay, sayang.
Sayang talaga. Maraming nagsabi na sayang. Pero okay lang kasi nag-i-enjoy na rin kasi ako sa trabaho ko as a private school teacher Masaya ako So kayo po, Teacher K, did you enjoy teaching?
Of course, I enjoy teaching. Kaya nga, while teaching in another Montessori school, I went even further to take up my master's in early childhood education and graduated. And then, yes. And then, I took the licensure examination for teachers.
So, mga how old na po kayo nung nag-take po ng Teacher K?
Well, I
Mga
was,
50s, mga
yeah,
50s po ba?
50s. 50s
Oh!
na and take one, of course.
O,
Yes.
tapos po,
And then, I was so inspired by my students to learn more. So, my
mhm.
age did not hinder me from taking up my PhD major in educational management. So,
Wow!
at this time, I was in the admin of a Montessori school already. So, at the age of 63, I earned the title Doctor of Philosophy in Education.
Teacher Kay, did I hear it right? At the age of 63, so
63.
meaning senior citizen na po kayo nung time na yon?
Yes, senior na senior.
Wow!
So, ano,
Amazing!
akala nga nung mga classmates ko, ako yung teacher.
Okay, and then, how did you react to that?
Wala, tawa lang. But you know, Teacher Kaizen, I still want to further my studies now. Maybe enroll in another course.
Oh, so you still have a plan of taking up another course po?
Yes.
Isa lang pang masasabi ko sa inyo niyan, Teacher K. Ikaw na. And yes, and that is what we call a lifelong learner, di ba? Grabe, no? Senior
That's
citizen na po kayo, pero hindi po kayo tumigil mag-aral, matuto, at syempre mangarap.
Oo.
Ang galing lang.
Kailangan
Mm-mm.
lahat tayo may pangarap hanggang, di ba?
Habang may buhay, di ba
Habang
po?
may buhay.
And kudos to you, Teacher K, for that. So, teacher, given your experiences, what piece or pieces of advice can you give the teachers, especially the newbies and mga aspiring or would-be teachers?
You have to also put in mind that teaching is much more than just a way of getting your paycheck.
Yes.
So, becoming a teacher means making a difference in the lives of children and shaping them into adults they'll become with lessons that will last a lifetime.
Yes, that's so profound, Teacher K.
Yeah.
Continue po. Parang
And
na-excite ako lalo makinig sa sasabihin nyo, Teacher K.
Okay. So, you know, for me, the best part of the year as a preschool teacher is graduation time. This is where your students perform and sing, sentimental songs, then move on to a higher grade level. In all the years that I have been teaching, I always cry. Imagine, I always cry on these occasions. This is where you see that your dedication, patience, and perseverance have been paid off. My mind seems to be in the rewind mode, as if seeing all the scenes which happened the whole year when I was just teaching the kids the letter sounds.
O diba, so parang nakaka-proud po makita yung mga estudyante nyong
Yes.
kahit mga bata pa sila, nakita nyo yung improvement sa kanila and na-accomplish nila yung mga tasks for that year. Di po ba, teacher?
Yes, that's true. And then now, they seem to bloom into exemplary readers after teaching them those letter sounds. And then at the end of the year, kita mo na very confident na sila. They can stand up on their own and move on to a higher grade level. And Teacher Kaizen, this is also where I remember my parents and the reason why they took up the teaching profession. And now I see why they did not mind how much they were paid, but only were concerned on how they affected the lives of their students and make them better citizens of the community. So
I loved it, Teacher K.
So how about you, Teacher Kaizen? What advice can you give the teachers?
Well, I'd like to share with them a principle I believe in and adhere to, teacher. I got this from a prominent author and speaker, Simon Sinek. I don't know if you're familiar with him.
Yeah.
Sabi niya, before embarking on any endeavor, you should know very well your why. Why do you want to do it? That is your reason for wanting to do it or simply your purpose. Kasi for me, knowing your why will serve as your guidepost and motivation. Kung alam mo ang purpose mo and that purpose should be noble and beyond fulfilling your personal interest. Kahit ano ang mangyari and challenges that you will come across along the way, hindi ka matitinag at hindi ka susuko. Kasi guided ka. Alam mo na you are doing it not for yourself, but for others, particularly the kids, for them to have brighter future. So, for teachers and aspiring teachers, I hope your why is very clear to you. Kasi alam naman natin na hindi simpleng propesyon ang pagtuturo. It requires an extraordinary level of dedication, patience, a lot of sacrifices, and genuine love for the children and the profession itself. And alam din natin na hindi tayo yayaman sa propesyon na ito.
That's true.
Minsan nga, makakapag-sell out ka pa nga ng sarili mong pera, di ba?
No.
Mag-i-invest ka rin ng personal time mo, and energy, and resources. So, marami talagang challenges along the way. But if your passion is really teaching, and your reason is worthy enough to keep you moving forward, pipiliin mo pa rin magturo para sa bata at para sa bayan. Okay lang magpahinga. Normal yan eh. Mga tao tayo, napapagod tayo eh. Huwag lang susuko. And this is what I can guarantee you. Teaching may not give you financial security, pero the sense of fulfillment and happiness that you get from it is something that can never be equated with any amount of money. Masaya ang profesyon na ito. Promise.
Okay.
Teacher Kay!
Okay. Thank
Teacher
you.
Kay, are you still there?
Yeah. Thank you. Naiiyak ako eh. Naiiyak ako sa story.
Man.
Anyway, thank you, Teacher Kaizen. Inspiring talaga yung message mo para sa mga gustong pumasok sa teaching profession. So to our ka-teachinatics, we hope that you have gained some valuable information from this video.
Yes. And again, kung may gusto po kayong i-share na similar stories or your thoughts about this topic, pakilagay na lang po sa comment section. Maraming salamat po.
See you in the next video.
Bye!
Bye!